The PlayStation 1 JRPG Final Fantasy VII became an instant classic. This was due to its catchy electronic music, its universal themes of loss, its memorable characters, its somewhat convoluted plot, and its blocky graphics. Back in 2015, Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced at E3, and 5 years later the remake was released for the PS4. And well, it made some interesting choices that I don't agree with. But regardless of what I think about the remake and by extension the Rebirth, both games were regarded very highly amongst gamers. With the release of these remakes comes a surge of people who want to play the original PS1 game. But there's a lot of things that put people off to the game. Even for a PlayStation 1 game, the visuals are crude. It's not the limitations of the PlayStation, because a few years later, Final Fantasy 8 and 9 would release with more refined graphics. Square Enix did release remastered ports of the game on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, mobile devices, and on PC. Everything was upscaled to fit modern displays. The console ports included cheats that helped with level grinding, speeding up the game, disabled encounters, and always having the limit break / invincibility. These cheats are used to help with grinding the achievements. PC players might be asking, well, I have the PC version. Do they come with those features? No. Fuck you. Unfortunately, the damn bastards at Square Enix decided that PC players are the grossest, sloppiest kind of gamer, and thought that they shouldn't be entitled to helpful cheats to have a wonderful experience. They thought PC gamers should be left in the void of cold, cold darkness with nothing but their harrowing thoughts. No food, no water, no light, just loneliness and their thoughts. The trash begins to build up in their room and the existential dread starts to hit them. What am I doing? Is this really what I want to do? No girlfriend, no job, nothing. What? What is that? It's getting brighter. Holy shit! It's the 7th Heaven Mod Manager! This is the 7th Heaven Mod Manager, featuring all kinds of mods for the PC port of Final Fantasy VII. Let's be honest here, it needs these mods. The program features a wide catalog of game mods ranging from tiny adjustments such as UI changes to huge overhauls like adjusting the difficulty of the entire game. It features some huge quality of life changes that I had no idea that I needed. Final Fantasy VII's weakness is its dated graphics. The character models are so blocky and really untextured, just overall very crude overworld models. The battle models haven't aged as bad. They are the full character models, so there is more polygons, but no texture. The background textures have aged decently. They are pre-rendered textures, and with the fixed camera, there isn't a need to make whole models. Rather than render the textures in real time, they just slap on pre-rendered textures in the game and leave it like that. But this was common for the time of early 3D games. So, the question is, how do we improve this? First, there's the Nino style mods, which upgrades the overworld and battle character models to look so much more detailed and fleshed out. Nino style mods adds more shading, more texture, overall just gives the overworld models more personality. Compared to the newer models, the older models looks like minimalist desktop wallpapers. According to the mod page, these new models were created painstakingly and stayed true to the official art. There are also Nino style battle models, which adds more details and give the battle models this paper texture, making them very stylish and really resembling the official art. With new models come new textures for the game. The SYW mod upscales the overworld and battle textures without looking too sharp and without looking super pixely. The creator of the mod did use AI to upscale the unified field textures, and it's obvious when you look at things like flowers. Some of these texture mods are made from scratch, like the SYW unified spell textures. There are also mods that can uncap the frame rate of the full motion videos, unlocking from 15 frames per second to 30 frames per second. So there are a lot of mods that overhaul the graphics and improve on the visual experience of the game. Small things get improvements as well. You can choose from a huge selection of character icons, having options like hand-drawn character avatars being ripped from the remake, and then there's these nice-looking pixel art ones that are my personal favorite. The user interface can be changed with various mods. The Retouch mod adjusts the UI to become closer to the remake UI. Finishing Touch mod smooths out the UI by rounding out corners and changing text to a sans serif font. Finishing Touch also adds multiple collections of character icons. It goes so far as to change prelude images, game over images, and the start screen preview. One major thing about the PC port that can only be fixed with mods are the controller inputs. When you play on PC, even when you connect a controller, you can only see they're not even the keyboard inputs. They're like what they assign to the keyboard. So if you have an Xbox controller, a little rant here. If you have an Xbox controller, right, and you plug it in to play Final Fantasy VII, right, it shows a little graphic of what each of the buttons can do. And that's cool, right? But it's not, on the Xbox controller, it's not A equals X on the key, like on the Xbox controller, A equals X on the keyboard. It's more like Xbox controller is assigned to the OK function, and the OK function is also assigned to the X on the keyboard. And it's like, dude, that makes it so much harder. So the Cactuar mod changes the icons to different controller inputs. It's one of the biggest quality of life changes, and it gives me euphoria. You have no idea. Next up is the gameplay mods. You ever see videos titled Elden Ring playing with no hands (Radon Mpreg mod? Well, it's kind of like that. There are some mods that slightly change the difficulty of the game. Reasonable difficulty mod by Hey increased the difficulty, quote, "cause original difficulty was damn boring. 99% of all enemy encounters had their difficulty changed. Enemies do provide more EXP/AP, but it's not proportional to the difficulty increase. On top of that, item drops from enemies have improved too. Well, better item drops from enemies and worse ones as well. This mod is meant to be a nice increase in difficulty for beginners. Unlike the hardcore mod by G-Jo-Roll-V, I think I'm saying that right, which increases the difficulty by tweaking the enemy AI, spell effects, and the equipment used in an attempt to balance the game. The mod also adds new enemies and bosses to the game. There's a user in the community named Sega Chief, and they have created a lot of gameplay mods like the New Threat 2.0 mod. The NT 2.0 strives to completely overhaul the gameplay. This mod balances player combat, so spells, materia, weapons, equipment, etc. All of those have been revised and adjusted. New materia has been added, dialogue was re-edited, and more dialogue was added. There's two game modes. One is vanilla story and bosses, and the other is where story events and bosses have been altered. Enemy AI has been balanced and readjusted, and more boss encounters have been added. Overall, it's an entire overhaul of the game. Everything from dialogue, story events, enemies and bosses, and materia. All of that was rebalanced and revised while also adding new content to provide a new experience. Sega Chief has also created the Level 1 Challenge mod where, it's pretty self-explanatory. You have to beat the game with a Level 1 party. The True Necrosis mod will start the player off with max HP and max MP for every character. There is no healing, any damage taken is permanent, and any MP that was used cannot be restored. As mentioned earlier, the New Threat 2.0 mod edits the dialogue, but the aim of the Shinra Archaeology Cut is to solely adjust the dialogue of the game. Shinra Archaeology Cut retranslate the entire game, aiming to fix mistakes, improve tone, and conform to the remake and compilation trilogy. One of the last mods that I wanted to talk about is the Echo S7 mod. This mod fucking adds voice acting to the game.
Cloud Strife. Barret, be careful! Don't attack when its tail is up.
Oh, I get it.
Tifa!
You're in there too?
We have to hurry.
Alright.
Where to?
Better be the hell out of here.
Let's mosey.
Adds voices to the dialogue of the game while also adding battle lines and voices during the FMVs. The modding team, Tuna Mods, got Studio Still to voice act the entire story plus more. The voice acting gives the game a nice fucking inhale of fresh air. The voice actors deliver amazing performances, and knowing the amount of work that goes into voice acting, you can't help but appreciate the effort that was put into this mod. Frankly, it's a crime to not even try it out. If you're a slow reader or don't like reading, or just want to experience the story in a new way, try using the Echo S7 mod. Now, for the last and greatest mod of the Seventh Heaven application, the Barret mod. This mod is amazing. He's everywhere. Cloud, Psych, more like blonde Barret. Tifa, big-breasted Barret. Barret? Well, that's just Barret. Sephiroth, silver evil Barret. This mod is a work of art. It's very campy, and you need to play it because everyone and everything is Barret. Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time. The Seventh Heaven mod manager is great for any newcomers who are put off by the dated nature of the game. While it can't fix everything about the game, it still substantially improves on a lot of things about it and adds more to it. The Seventh Heaven mod manager can come with some glitches or some problems, but luckily you can join the Tuna Mods Discord or look at the Quim, I think I'm saying that right, forums or their Discord server. There is an active community around these mods and of people who love the game. Check out the Seventh Heaven mod manager and enjoy the classic game from the PS1 era. If you've come this far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. More along the way.